Hello everybody, today we are in Jerome, one of the wildest little interesting towns in Arizona. This place feels like it's hanging right off the side of a mountain, and honestly, it almost does not even look real. Everywhere you turn, there's historic brick buildings, steep roads, rusted mining structures, and stories packed into every single corner of this hillside. Back in the day, there were more than 10,000 people living up here in the mountain. Now today, Jerome is known as an artsy tourist town and a ghost town, but at one time this place used to be one of the richest mining towns in the entire country. In the late 1800s, miners discovered huge copper deposits in these mountains. It was not just the little copper either. It was some of the richest copper ore ever found in Arizona. Almost overnight, Jerome exploded into an amazing boom town. People came here from all over looking for opportunity. Miners, merchants, workers, business owners, and more. The whole mountain quickly filled with homes, shops, gathering places, and mining camps built into the steep hillsides. And also, because the town was built into the side of a mountain, nothing was easy here. Roads were very steep, buildings slid downhill, and the whole town constantly battled fires, mudslides, and collapsing ground. Many people used to joke if you parked your car in Jerome too long, it might slide down into the next county. At its peak in the 1920s, Jerome was one of the largest cities in Arizona territory. This place became known as one of the wildest mining towns in the West, full of busy saloons, gambling halls, and non-stop activity day and night. The miners worked long, difficult hours underground, and when the workday ended, the town came alive with music, entertainment, and crowded streets. There are countless stories about Jerome's boom days, packed saloons, lively nightlife, fires breaking out across the town, and a mountain community constantly rebuilding itself. The mines produced massive amounts of copper, silver, and gold for decades, and the money flowing through these mountains was unbelievable. But once the mining industry started slowing down, Jerome started dying with it. After World War II, copper demand dropped hard. The mines finally shut down in 1953, and almost everybody left. At one point, only around 50 people were still living here. Think about that. An entire booming city basically abandoned on the side of a mountain. Buildings were empty, houses were falling apart, and some structures were even bulldozed or moved away completely. For a while, Jerome seemed like it might become a true ghost town. And honestly, if a small group of dedicated locals haven't stayed and worked to preserve it, this place might have faded away entirely. This is the famous sliding jail that started slowly moving down the mountain after a big mine blast in 1938 shook its foundation. It actually slid more than 200 feet, and the town had to adjust the roads around it, like it was a moving landmark that refused to stay still. Today, it still sits tilted and cracked, like a spooky little reminder that even a jail couldn't hold its ground in the old Wild West mining town. In the 1960s and 70s, artists, musicians, and people drawn to its history and atmosphere began to move into Jerome. Instead of tearing the town down, they started to restore it. And today Jerome has this really unique mix of old mining history and modern artist town energy. You've got old mining buildings turned into galleries, restaurants inside structures that are over 100 years old, old hotels, little shops, wine tasting spots, museums, and some of the best views anywhere in Arizona. And even though Jerome is now a tourist destination, it still feels rough around the edges in a good way. It doesn't feel fake or overbuilt. You can still feel the old mining town underneath everything. That's probably why so many people love this place. It feels preserved instead of recreated. Interesting fact, beneath Jerome lies a massive network of old mining tunnels carved deep into the mountain during the copper boom years. The town was built directly above these underground shafts, which caused parts of Jerome to crack, shift, and slowly slide down over time. Even today, thousands of people walk through Jerome without realizing that an abandoned industrial maze is hidden underneath their feet. One thing that's really interesting about this town is how many stories and legends still surround it. A lot of people consider it to be one of the most haunted towns in Arizona. And whether you believe in ghosts or not, this place definitely has that kind of atmosphere. The steep streets, abandoned mine structures, old staircases disappearing into the hillside give it so much character. So much history packed into this tiny mountain town. It feels different up here. Entire communities formed around the mines. And like a lot of western mining towns, Jerome had huge wealth sitting right next to extreme poverty. This town basically became a snapshot of the American West during the mining boom years. And honestly, that's what makes Jerome so interesting. This is the Jerome Grand Hotel, a historic building that once served as a hospital back in the mining years. It sits high on the hillside with sweeping views of the desert, and its hallways still carry the atmosphere of the town's wild past. Today, it's a hotel full of stories and legends where guests come for the history and sometimes the rumored spooky encounters. A lot of the old mining town completely disappeared. Jerome somehow survived fires, economic collapse, population loss, landslides, and decades of abandonment, and still found a second life. Today, only a few hundred people actually live here full-time, but millions of people pass through here every year just to experience this strange little town hanging off the side of the mountain. And when you walk around here, you can still feel every era of Jerome layered together. The mining camp, the ghost town, the artist community, and modern Arizona tourism all at once. Anyway, that's Jerome, Arizona. Definitely a very unique town in the Southwest. Thanks for joining me on this walking adventure around Jerome, Arizona. See you in the next video.